What's going on? What's up? What's up? What's up, fam? You already know who it is. It's your girl, your big sis, LELL Vintage, and we're here with a one-on-one personal and in-depth and fireside chat with your big sis tonight. A heart to heart, just a simple heart to heart, a check in, if you will. And I have some updates for y'all. So I know many of y'all have been asking, L, when's the events? I need you to, keep us posted. So tonight I'm going to give you an update of these events that are coming up. I'm a part of the North Shore Festival this year, second year in a row. I'm ready to rock out. It's always a dope experience. There's always something going on. So, y'all got to get out and come on and check us out. It's going to be some big things going down. Now, first thing first, let's get some biz out the way. I need y'all to hop on over to IG, click like, follow, share your big sis at 609 Stage Left. That's 609 Stage Left. And come on over to Facebook and do the same thing. Go on over and check it out. It's just Stage Left on Facebook. Stage Left. And you'll see me on there. I got my cap on, my doobie. And check us out because we got some big things going down, and we always want you informed and not misinformed. That's the role that Stage Left takes on, and we love doing what we do. We are humble about what we do, and man, listen, when I tell you guys that there's some magnificent doors that are opening, listen, I'm humble to a T. And by all means, you better believe that allow God to take over and do what He's gonna do in my life first before I offer to do anything for anybody else. I gotta make sure I'm right up here and in here, because I don't want to be the reason behind the flocks not coming, and I don't want to be the reason behind why people are losing out. So I always try to make sure that I'm on top of my job and on top of the role and the task that God gives me. With that being said, what's up, y'all? Y'all out there tonight? What y'all getting into? I'm actually on the road. I stepped out to see my nephew play baseball tonight, and so gotta support everybody, right? That's my guy, and I know he's doing some big things. But nevertheless, I thought it not robbery to come and check all of my beautiful people out, my fam, all my people. You are by far the toughest, the dopest, the most well versed and well rounded audience that I have. Thank you all so graciously for rocking with your big sis, because if I didn't have y'all, you know what I mean? I'd be talking to the chairs. I'd be talking to the windows. And I'm just crazy enough to do it. I ain't got a problem doing it, right? Because somebody got to hear what I need to say. I got to get it out. I got to get it out. Um, but I definitely wanted to hop on and just have a heart to heart. Let's talk about how we're feeling tonight. Let's talk about, what is on the table in front of us that's hindering us from crossing into so many doors, or not even so many doors, just the proper atmospheres, the ones that God is leading you into. Let's talk about those fears that keep us hindered and stagnant and focused on the fear rather than the victory, right? Peep this. For a long time, many of you know I've been a poet for, let's say, almost 20 years now, a little over if you count 2001, 2002, or younger, when I was just starting out getting things published. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that held me back for so long was thinking that I wasn't worthy enough to excel in the areas where other poets or other journalists or other writers excelled. Because A, I didn't feel like I matched up, and sometimes B, I felt inadequate. Like, real things happen. Your thoughts are the loudest when you feel like you're not accomplishing anything, right? And I was always writing. I love to write. So I always kept a notebook. I always kept something that I can write on, even if it was just on my phone, right? Because smartphones, by all means, if it wasn't the BlackBerry, smartphones really didn't come out until what? Latter part of the 90s, and they started really hitting and flooding like 99, and then into the millennium. is when they really start kicking off. So most of the times, them little flip phones, oh, they had notebooks on them too. I was putting paper, I was putting pen to the and fingertips to the notebook on the little flip phones, and this is how long I've been doing this. But also, paper is my go-to. So, but for a long time, I was afraid to step out on the limbs and the ideas that I really had in heart to heart. Right? Watch this. Someone asked me to do something, an event. And my cousin said to me, "Cuz you're already equipped with all of this to go and get what you need and do what it is that you do. Because by all means, I haven't seen anybody like you. It might be people out there that have they everybody owns their own space." He said, "But I've never seen what you do and be passionate about it." And and it humbled me. Literally, it humbled me. Cause anybody that really knows, if you know that I don't brag. And I'm usually in the background. People got pull me up to the front. Like, that's the kind of person I am. That's the kind of um, realm I like to give off, especially in the spirit. Because you know we serve a God that doesn't want us to be boastful and doesn't want us to be like you that proudful that, or you're that proud that you're taking over what God is actually doing versus what you're really not. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, for the most part, I was always a yes ma'am, no ma'am kind of person. Yes sir, no sir kind of person. And I followed the rules to a T. And then somewhere, life clicked in and said, listen, unless you step out on that limb, you're really not gonna, you know, you're gonna be stuck looking at the same things and still being dissatisfied. So as a writer, I began to take off. And then um I got into journalism through the NAPJ, National Associations, NABJ, I'm sorry, National Association of Black Journalists, by way of the Philly chapter. Shout out to Miss Sarah Glover and Miss Cherry Gray Mency. Shout out to those who actually cuffed me, and Zoe A. Davis, who put me on to write for this small time, this small community, a smaller community newsletter and newspaper. And when Zoe put me on into that retrospective, it opened up so many other doors. And I was able to move out of this area to do what I love to do. And not just be a poet, but be a writer, a journalist. And what what awed me about Zoe Davis, and what actually kept me cognizant of his tenacity, was how I was invited. Shout out to Supreme Dow, Black Writers Museum up in G Town. But I was invited by Supreme Dow in the Black Writers Museum to uh, pay homage to Amiri Baraka, Mr. Leroy Jones, and Miss Sonia Sanchez. Pay homage to them. And anybody that knows me knows that these two manifested artists in the realm that have brought on so many levels and so many perspectives the art that I love, to ears and to eyes, visually and vocally. It was an honor for me to accept that. I mean, I think I cried for like 4 days, like, yo, this is dope. Like, and again, keeping in mind, I always thought I was not worth it and inadequate. But I was also a part of a 12-woman ensemble called Wings of Worth. And shout out to my sister, Wings. Shout out to y'all. Because we've crossed into paths with so many different ensembles and so many different ideas of what this art we so love to do could transcend to, that we actually did it by hanging on the threads of sanity, Wings of Worth. And we were actually performing the same day at the Black Writers Museum as they asked me to step on stage and pay homage to these two magnificent artists that are worldwide. And God rest his soul, Mr. Amir Baraka, that transcended this art into what it is. And then some legendary, iconic. And was honored to do such a thing. I was truly honored to do such a thing. But Zoid A. Davis, that entire from the first time I stepped foot on the stage till after I got off, literally followed me around the Writers Museum, Black Writers Museum, for almost 40 minutes to an hour. And I'm like, I'm asking my sisters, like, yo, who is this guy? Why is he following me around like this? But to no travail, even though, as resistant as I was, he was not playing. He offered me to write for him. And I said yes. And he compensated me for whatever I did. And not just monetarily, but also making sure doors were open on the other side for me to have a press pass, for me to get in for the one night only, standing room only, Jaguar Wright up at World Cafe Live. Like, I've done so much. And my resume is thick, and that's something that I don't brag about. But I'm showing you the journey that God has had me on just to bring me here with this Stage Left and this podcast. Heart to heart, you are worth every bit of your journey. It may look hard, you may cry, you may whine, you may fight, you may push to the death. You may get angry. Sometimes you're going to be bitter. Sometimes your cold shoulder is going to be brick ice. And it's sometimes a fairly lonely road. Sometimes. Sometimes. But if you don't drop off some of the stuff that's hindering you now, your eyes are still shifting to where God want to put you. Sometimes we're trying to carry people, places, and things with us, right? Sometimes we're trying to carry a load of people and places and things with us. And we cannot. We cannot. Because you can't afford to miss the target while you're on the front line. You can't afford to miss the target while you're on the front line. And I think that's where many of us as newer artists, and I'm not new, but what you see now as coming in, are still trying to figure that out. Still trying to figure that out. And some people, by all means, are still sheltering their journeys by keeping hush about the things that could heal a nation. And to that point, that's on them. That's whatever God tells them to do is what they need to do. Not just for them, but for the people that they're looking to bless and to touch. So, but what I'm saying is that you can't take anything packaged and old into your new journey. You got to drop some things off so that destiny continues to evolve where God needs you to evolve. More we keep trying to package up stuff and put it over our shoulder and grab a bite of this and grab a bite of that and try to put something over here and put some, the more we're missing it. You are worth every bit of your journey. You are. You are. And again, it's not going to be all pretty. You're not going to have a full belly all the time. You're not going to be able to get to and from point A, B, C through Z with somebody driving you. You might have to get on a bus, plane, and a train and be sleeping on them Jones. Be sleeping, literally sleeping on them. I can't begin to tell y'all how many nights I was afraid and traveling back and forth. But I was getting to my events and I was pressing because there was something in me that was more passionate about putting into the air and the atmosphere to people who were looking for realism, truth, honesty, and freedom and healing. And I was healing, and I'm still healing from a lot of things. Word, mama. Happy birthday. Hey, y'all, my bestie is on here. We all shout her out. Happy birthday. Her birthday was June 10th, y'all. June 10th. Dang. Yes. In my Spanish voice. Dang. My bestie. And she looked gorgeous. And we went out and we enjoyed our night. So shout out to you, Shelly Shelly. Happy birthday again. You deserve it. Oh, shucks. Yup. Stop it. Yeah, that's my bestie. Yeah, we was talking about our journey too. But yes, you are definitely worth your journey. And please don't shelter who you are on behalf of other people, because some people may not understand your journey, and some people may not be willing to celebrate your journey. Some people are like sandpaper, they're there to scratch you off and see if you're going to fall, waiting for your downfall, right? Waiting for your downfall. So the minute that you make a mistake, or the minute that you say something that's out of your caliber, or not in comparison to what your character is, that's the minute that the negative Nancy's and the candid Kens want to keep following you around saying, I told you so. I told you. I told you wasn't really this, and I told you wasn't really that. But what did God tell you you was? And that's period. That's on Jesus. What did God tell you you was? You know what I mean? And I say this, and I say this boldly and unapologetically. I stand on my God. You may stand on your God. I stand on my God too. And we don't have to war because we have different gods. No, we because we have, my Savior is the Jesus, the Christ that I know. I'm not here to judge anybody, but I do know there's a work that needs to be done and continue to be done into people for them to understand that they are winners and not losers. We're all winners. There's enough out here for everybody to eat. You are worth it, and you're worth your journey. And we got to stop being afraid to tell it and to talk about it and to put it out there and to let people know, yeah, I made that mistake over there, but I learned from that mistake. I did. And then I'm not here to tell you how to get out of your mistake. I'm just here to love you through it. But most people who fight against that love are not going to be willing to accept that love. They're not going to be willing to open up enough to receive it. They're going to fight you. They're going to pluck you. They're going to punch you. They're going to bite you. They're going to curse you. They're going to get angry with you. And it's up to us to not fall into that claw trap, because it is a trap. He just wants to see you get off your track. Period. It is a trap with a P. Some people are there just to watch you fall off your tracks. CKS or CK, whatever it may be. But you are destined to win, and you are destined to be lovers. You're destined to produce. You were destined that when you walk through an atmosphere, you see your fruition in those atmospheres. You're not going to just fall by the wayside. You got to make sure you're able to get back up. See me tomorrow? What's going on tomorrow? Shelly, what's going on tomorrow? Mm, See, you playing games. Anyway, oh gosh. But yes, some people are there to etch and sketch and watch you fall off a track and then say what you're not and who you are. When God says who you are and whose you are, that's enough for me. That's enough for this kid, for your big sis. That's enough for me. I know who I am and whose I am. Period. And I've been trusting in this man for well over 25 years. Since I was 15, 14, if you count when I first started going, coming into my own relationship with the Father was 13, going on 14. Right. Mm. That's how long me and Jesus been in this thing. How long Jesus and I have been in this thing. And I refuse to turn my back on him now. In every opportunity that I've gotten, and he's teaching me my worth. And I'm cleansing my mind every day. There's always going to be an attack. Cool. Right. Always somebody out there watching. But it's us and the Father. And when I tell you you're worth your journey, you are worth every bit of your journey. Don't be afraid to tell your journey. Don't be afraid to admit your mistakes. No, I'm not saying you got to get on Facebook, social media, whatever, wherever, whatever, and tell all your mistakes. Nah. But that's why you add pen to paper and you put it down. And that's why when you building your relationship with the Father, you're telling him straight on. Right. With your creators, you're telling them straight on. And sometimes we act according to how the winners or the ones that are really, the negative Nancy's, right? And the candid Kens, when we give them over our power, they're really winning over us. They really are. Uh-huh. Yeah, I will not relinquish my power to anyone who is unworthy of God's salt or of my time, my love, my patience. And if you're gonna be a curse to my life, God will definitely remove you and pluck you out. So that's why I keep the circle very, very tight, and I'm mindful about who I deal with, right? You have to be, especially in this field and in this realm of life that we have going on right now. You have to be. Because, boy, I tell you, snakes camouflage. Be out here looking like your whole twin. You know what I'm saying? And they be biting you, poisoning you on the other side. So, in my heart to heart tonight, know who you are and whose you are. You're worth your journey. Every bit of your soul, every bit of blood, sweat, and tears you poured into it, you're worth it, right? Be mindful about where you put yourself, plant yourself, where you speak in the atmosphere that you speak in. Any atmospheres you plant your feet in, you should be praying before you walk in the door. That's anybody. That's what, seriously. Because you never want to put yourself in a position to not see what's coming at you or be aware of your surroundings everywhere you go. Just a heart to heart little fireside chat with your big sis. That's all. Because I love y'all and I want us again to be informed and not misinformed. And I want us to be watchful, vigilant. The Bible say be watchful and be vigilant. Your enemy, your adversary, it's like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He come to kill, steal, kill, and destroy. Kill, steal, and destroy. That's all he want to do. He just want to blow things up, you know? And sometimes we sit right next to him and give him all our power. Mm, giving over all our power. I've been there and I've done that too many times, way too many times. And I thank God for pulling me out and showing me how to pray for myself and to renew my heart and my mind and to keep vigilant and to continue to study, right? To continue to renew. That's what studying is, renewing your mind and filling it with the positive things, the good things that keep me going and excited, like being here and just talking and chopping it up with y'all. That's really what it is. That's my heart. This is my heart's desire. That's it. That's it. Because God's always going to have his way. Always going to have his way. And that's what I appreciate about him. You know what I mean? For allowing me to be a vessel just so I can just come chop it up and love on y'all. And you all know that I'm humble and I don't take nothing for granted. So that's my heart to heart with y'all tonight. Know your worth your journey for real. Own that. Take on that. You are worth your journey. Some dope events that I was just on. The Get to Worthy event. Mr. Nate Evans Jr., mm, Mr. Tyrell Lewis. Yeah, man. Listen, I can't begin to tell you how humble I am and how much I love these brothers for stepping out and doing what they do. Like I said, it's enough out here for everyone to eat. But these brothers brought me up to Get to Worthy event, which was at the Story Factory. Um, and I May 24th, Friday, May 24th. I can't begin to tell you how, whoa, how refreshing it was. It was it was an empowerment. It's a movement. Nate Evans, shout out to you. Shout out Ty Lewis. Listen, that's a movement, brothers. Movement. And I'm so proud of y'all and I'm so humble to be a part of what you do. And your big sis has always got your back, know that. Um, so yeah, May 24th, I went up for the uh Get to Worthy Summit up at the Story Factory, and it was a movement. I'm telling y'all, and it was a 2-day event, but I couldn't go back the second day because I was already booked, and then I was booked for a couple of it. So, but then I from the Story Factory, shout out to Chris and Teeb, who is dropping a jazz affirmation album, and we did a live concert, if you will, affirmation concert up in Philadelphia on May 24th, and it was dope. And it was my bro's birthday. Shout out to Chris Grayson. Y'all already know it was his birthday too. So we definitely had a great time. We got a lot accomplished, and this joint is moving. This joint is moving. I'm just excited. I can't put my mind around it, right? Then June 1st, prayer luncheon with Bishop and First Lady Quentin Martin, Reverend Martin of Mount Pleasant Baptist Church in Pleasantville held their uh, prayer luncheon, and it was whoa. So all of these things I'm going to flood your timeline with the videos, and it's just stay tuned, keep an ear. Um, Also, June June 16th, World Above is going to be the prelude to the Juneteenth Noise Arts Garage Song of Freedom event. All the artists from the Song of Freedom event are performing at World Above at the Noise Arts Garage on Mississippi Avenue in Atlantic City on June 16th from 7 p.m. to 9. It's a free FREE event. Likewise, Juneteenth is a free FREE event. Juneteenth at the Noise Arts Garage for Song of Freedom. Come catch it. It's going to be dope. From 7 p.m. to 9 p.m., both events. June 16th, June 19th, Juneteenth, Song of Freedom. I can't begin to express the dopeness that's going to be on that mic. Please don't miss out. You dig? There's a host of other events too. But this one also, I want to let you know, June 23rd, Candemonium. Chris Rockwell, the Chris Rockwell collection. Your girl, your big sis, LELL Vintage is featuring Candemonium, a community give back and community feed over at Sister Jean's. Yo, come out, volunteer, bring a can, bring 3, 4. Make sure the families get a chance to eat good and enjoy a free concert. It's gonna be fire. Candemonium, June 23rd, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. 1 p.m. everybody to 4 p.m. And over at Sister Jean's, bring some cans, please. Donations are welcome. Volunteers are welcome. If you would like to volunteer, please just hit up at Chris Rockwell on IG or at the Chris Rockwell Collective. He will definitely get your information. Or you can post it on this post. Hit me up. Let me know, and I'll steer you in the right direction. It's gonna be a phenomenal time. Again, community give back right here in Atlantic City, North the Shore. Yo, North the Shore Festival. Yeah, it's beginning this coming week, North the Shore, and every day is something going to be different, something different. So make sure you tune in. Go to the website North the Shore Festival 2024, and I think it's .org. And yo, go check out every event that's going down, and even some hidden gems. It's going to be posted from North Jersey to South Jersey, from South Jersey to North Jersey. You dig? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. All right. So stay tuned. We got some other things coming up. We're going to post everything. We're going to post your ears off and your eyes off. But until later, it's your girl, your big sis, LELL Vintage, one and live, a personal heart to heart. I heart you all. From your big sis, Stage Left right here. I love y'all. Peace.